Hello, welcome back. We're gonna do some risotto. You know, risotto is such a nice dish. It can be eaten all by itself. Sample, I went not too long ago in Italy, and you know, I was in Tuscany, and you go in the restaurant, and when you speak funny like me, they say risotto, gnocchi, or pasta. You know, that's all they got on the menu. And that was just such a great thing. But risotto is a nice. To make the risotto, I just take a little shallot. I'm gonna chop him up to get some flavor. And I'm gonna cook with a little bit of olive oil. I'm gonna add my risotto to that pan. And what we say, just kind of let them sweat for a couple of seconds. With my shallot to add some flavor. In the meantime, I can do, since we're doing a vegetarian risotto, I'm gonna take some of that bell pepper and some zucchini, some mushroom, you know, really whatever you like, to finish the risotto with some nice vegetable. And I cut my vegetable to be ready to be cooked. I'm gonna use a separate pan, because since the risotto take about, you know, anywhere between 10 to 14 minutes to cook. I want to keep my vegetable nice and crunchy. When I get my risotto like that, roll in the oil for a couple of minutes, I'm gonna add some white wine. What you want to deglaze the risotto with white wine, but you want that white wine to very much evaporate all the way. You don't want to have that, you know, uncooked liquor flavor in your risotto. I mean, you want to let them kind of reduce again. There, you know, I do a little cut on my onion. To mix them up. Risotto, when you cook risotto, you always want to stir it nice, because like that you get the rice all around, get cooked properly. Many people, when they do risotto, that's the big mistake they're making. They don't stir enough their stove, and the cook is kind of crunchy in one side and cooking the other side. Here I'm gonna use some yellow zucchini on my vegetable. And you see the way I organize my vegetable, I kind of get what takes a little longer to cook, like the pepper and the onion. Keep them together, get my zucchini gonna come after in the pan, you know, the way we cook it properly. There again, my rice and my white wine is almost evaporate. That's when I add my vegetable stock. What I do is, you know, when I take some vegetable, I just add my stock into it. I cook like my vegetable inside the boiling water, and just kind of get the flavor from the vegetable before I throw them away. I mean, what it is some little trim of every vegetable we're using in the kitchen. Put a bit salt and pepper just as a base for my risotto. Let them cook nice and slowly. It will take about, you know, I would say about 8 to 10 minutes to get to the right consistency. In the meantime, I can cook my vegetable in that back pan. I got some pepper, onion. Let them cook it nice. As we say, sweat the vegetable. In risotto, you make sure you stir it as you cook. You don't really want to broil it. You almost want to have a small simmer and let him cook nice and slowly like that until all that liquid gets absorbed. I just love those flavor of, you know, the smell come out when you cook fresh vegetable like that. And there again, I add a little bit of the good olive oil to the vegetable, little salt and pepper. Kind of let him cook nice and slowly in slow fryer. The risotto, we gonna let him go by himself like that for a few minutes, you know, like in a little bit we're gonna take a quick break and be right back when the risotto cook. No sense to make you wait, but you cannot let him go like that, and let him cook slowly in a fire, and about like I say 6 to 8 minutes after, you taste the risotto to make sure you still have a little crunch to it, and that's when you add the vegetable, everything together, and we do that together when we'll be right back. There we are, back at the risotto. You see how nice it is, and you know, the juice really incorporate, and we're still stirring nice to get the risotto cooked properly on every side. We got my little vegetable on my other pan. I'm gonna add a few mushrooms because that's gonna take just in no time. Just with the heat of the risotto, we're gonna cook. I'm gonna add a couple tips of asparagus also to my vegetable in the back. And I'm gonna really add everything in the risotto to give it all those nice flavor. I think when you're doing 2 pans, you must have a better way of controlling the vegetable, don't get overcooked that way. Mix everything in my risotto, nice color. And there to the end, you want to taste it, make sure the flavor is good. And you can add a touch of little Parmesan if you like, just to tie everything together. And that's really like a nice vegetarian risotto. Put that in a pan. You know, a lot of people when they cook risotto, I think they make a mistake. They try to over dry the risotto. I think the risotto is really nice when you got almost like that little soupy flavor, you know, like the juice still in there and got a good flavor. I don't like when the risotto becomes too dry or got too much Parmesan, or even some people put some cream in there. To me, that's really too hiding, not a good cooking. If the risotto is cooked properly, it should really go this way. That's delicious. The Parmesan cheese. I'm back in Italy now. There it is. Bon appetit. Enjoy the risotto.